What's going on, guys? Cheddarpool here with another reaction video. This time to a band that I missed last year. They were supposed to play at Bloodstock, and due to COVID, they had to pull out. Now, with the way the world was, it was it was just one of those things that had to happen, and it was one of my reasons for going. And they're playing again this year, so it's one of my reasons for going. I've listened to a lot of their stuff like Pisces, and like, I really love it. Like Teacher, amazing stuff, and I love the sound that they bring. I love like Tatiana, the singer. I love her voice and just no holds barred aggression with the music and the vocals. And I haven't actually listened to their new album, like not even a bit. So it seemed like the perfect opportunity to jump into some of their catalog. This song was released in June. Call Me a Symbol. I don't know anything about this. I think I kind of know what to expect going into this, unless they've drastically changed things up. But I'm excited to see what they're like live. I've seen live videos and they're just killer. And this is a band that like I'm really excited to see. There are a ton of bands on that weekend, and one of the biggest ones is JINJER for me. They haven't really been able to get out much over COVID and then all the problems in Ukraine. Now they've been touring as ambassadors, so hopefully that situation improves for them. But let's get into it, and I am looking forward to this one. Okay, I'm going to stop and just read this straight away. This video marks the 105th day of Russian invasion of Ukraine. How many more days and nights will our people have to suffer this horrible war? How many more lives will be lost before this is over? Help stop this war by donating for Ukraine, protesting and screaming top of your lungs, no war. I kind of feel that like I'm not a very political person, but I feel that I can't react to something like this without kind of commenting on it. And violence is never the answer. War is never the answer. Any kind of hurting of other people is never the answer, whatever reason it may be. And the war that's going on over there is, I've got friends that live in Poland and outer countries. I don't know any Ukrainians, but they have been suffering massively, and I really hope for the best for all of them, and hopefully this war ends sooner than later and they can get back some kind of normality. But let's continue. I love the guitars. Like, it's just the way the guitar work. It's like very like the bass and the sort of way they handle the guitars. The sound is just, it's just groovy at the same time. Like it's always just been quite groovy, and I think that's what kind of attracts me to it. It's like got that very bass heavy driven. I know there's only 4 members and it's one guitar, and they carry it very well. Like, it's focused more on like groovy riffs, and it's always so nice.
These are the words of a broken man who give his life away for the less.
Haven't missed a beat ever since they've been going. Like, I'm glad that coming into this is exactly what I was hoping it would be. In, like, you know, never falter in what they're doing and just keep to their guns. And her, like, between her melodies and the actual like deep roaring, like, she's got such an amazing range. And this kind of goes back again to kind of where I was talking about, I believe it was in the Conquer Divide video, where just talking about like how women are just absolutely tearing it up in music, in metal. And they just, you know, more of this is just never a bad thing. And just, yeah. And the drummer absolutely killing it with the blast beats. Love it.
Oh, Joe, take a look at me. Surrender, can't you see? The beards upon your eyes. Red out, a perfect I can be. The sickest fantasy, come into life. Vanity is my identity. I'm overflowing with self-love. To kiss my best fit, they are crawling here. We're trappers over them, my God. Perfection does not appear in front of a blinded man. Perfection.
I'm kind of glad this is like a live video. Being a live video, like, or at least like a live recording that they've put together, it just shows like how much fun these live shows can be. And especially with like last year and the last few years where like, a lot of people are like, well, we couldn't do live music for at least a year and a half, maybe 2 years. Some people even longer because of health reasons and just generally feeling safe. And this is kind of like, I remember standing there at Bloodstock, first gig after, it was still in the middle of COVID, really. It was just sort of in August last year. And I just remember watching some bands that just getting really overwhelmed with emotion. Just tears and just pure happiness and anxiety as well. We were all told to be scared of everyone, and then suddenly you're in a crowd of 10,000 people going, what? And it's like, it makes you appreciate live music so much more. Like just what we didn't have for those like 18 months or so, and then taking it all away. These bands were taking their livelihood away and everything like that. It's really cool that, like, I don't know, it gives me goosebumps thinking about being at a show like this. And I've been going to concerts since 2002, and it never changes. The vibe never changes. It still gives that emotion.
It's what they fear. I will gladly give their life away.
Yes.
Won't you take a look at me? Surrounded, can't you see? The beards upon your eyes. And how perfect I can be. This ache is fantasy. Come into life.
I felt like it's the one thing I do like about music like this is that, like, just listening to it, heavy metal can churn out tons of bands, and a lot of them can sound the same. And you listen to that, there are some bands that just stand out, like, be it their vocalist, be it the guitars, be it the sound, be it just a whole vibe. Like, it can make a band boring because most of the songs can sound relatively similar, but they do like, I find with just something, as long as there's something that's really different, be it just the structure, be it just like the way the guitars sound, like there's a lot more sort of like, it feels like there's a bit more pop in the bass. I'm no musician, but I would slap and pop in the bass, and just the real deep sort of like kind of riff writing for the guitars. It's not just I'm gonna play really fast and do as many solos as possible. It's like, let's structure this so it's actually interesting.
Is my identity. I'm overflowing with self-love. To kiss my best fit, they are crawling here. We're trappers over them, my side.
If I give them harmony.
Before we get into the harmonies, I actually wanted to really like go and like bang on about that bass again. Just like, it feels like you can just hear it so much more clearly. Like there are I feel that sometimes in heavy metal, like the bass can kind of get lost in the background, but this feels like it's definitely given more of a forefront, and that sound just really like comes through cleanly, and I think it just really gives it another layer, really. And he's keeping up, like they're just in sync, and it works so well. And I just, it's good, right? Harmonies, yes.
If I keep them holding true, they will see me as a fool. When I spit on the floor, all people think it is gone. It is me whom they call an idol. It is me what they fear the most. Don't deny my absolution. Let me feel my ego. Let me boast.
She could have been any kind of singer she wanted to be. She could have done jazz. She could have done blues. She could have done pop. She could have, it's just, she could have gone very far with any kind of singing career she chose. And choosing to do this, thank God, we are very fortunate that this is what Talia chose to do. And it's just more, always more. I like that layer. Like, just, it's the kind of, I love heavy music with like some real clean singing. I've over the years I've really taken a liking to some real clean singing, but you've got to be able to do it well. You know, like I would love them still if they just went through and she just carried on with her growl and her screams, but it just adds another layer, and it just makes it so, like, sends those shivers up the back of your spine kind of atmosphere it gives you.
If you were like me, would you treat them differently? Call me Sunball, call me idol. What you want the most?
Just that energy on stage. She's just high kicks, and she's all over the place. If you've ever seen a live video of Ginger, like, she's all over the stage. She doesn't stand in one spot the whole time. She's definitely very dynamic.
Don't deny me.
Sorry, that was cool. It was just the where is it? It's that reach back. Oh, that's clean. That's good. I really, really like this song. Okay, so really clean song. Definitely, I feel their new album is going to be really good. Like, I haven't listened to any more of it than this, so I best get reacting to more. Ginger are really one of those bands that I feel a lot of reactors have kind of jumped on Ginger because of Pisces, and it's such a good introduction to people. show people that video, and then when she lets go, that's when people wake up and are just like, wow. And it has that same effect on me. Like I got sent Pisces and I just sat there and watched it and I went, okay. And I think everyone had that second take when they just went, excuse me, who's this? And ever since then, they've just been like, I feel they are going to be one of the, as the time goes on, they're going to be climbing the bills of festivals that they're at. They are, I feel there's a lot of longevity there. Like, if they can keep going, they could be at Lamb of God kind of level in no time. But they're already so, like, they're very popular in Europe, and they're very popular. Like, I know a lot of people I know in England are very fond of them. So they're coming over here at some point, I believe this year, end of the year, outside of Bloodstock, supporting Bullet for My Valentine. And I think that's a bit of an odd combination to have them supporting Bullet, but you know, I think a lot of tours now mixing it up. Like a couple of, oh god, it's going back quite a few years ago. We had Volbeat and Hatebreed, and it was just a really weird dynamic, but it was so good. You get quite a lot of open-minded, because people like certain styles of metal, and sometimes they like all kinds of metal, which I'm very open to. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that goes. We'll see if we go. I'm not sure on the date, so I might be able to make it, but we'll see. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. And also, if you've got any more suggestions from this album, or any other Ginger songs that I haven't already heard, which if I've heard of it, I will let you know in the comments. But by all means, any other suggestions, let me know. Drop us a sub, a like, and I stream Monday to Fridays on Twitch TV, 8 a.m. GMT, roughly, onwards, playing cards. So, Legends of Runeterra. So, by all means, feel free to come check that out. And just come talk music with me. Always up for it. But, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.